Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So let's talk. We gotta continue. And I'm not one to say that black people don't care about each other and about our group as a whole. Because I get shadow banned badly, but I still get a decent amount of views on these videos where I discuss black issues, even with the shadow banners. So we're gonna continue to talk about this, and don't let no grifters get in here, man. If you know somebody, don't worry. You know what? Don't even worry about it. I'll be watching. I'm gonna take care of them. Cause like I'm noticing, there's a couple of shifts in the content interest on YouTube. So you know how some of these grifters is, they gonna shift right with it. But don't worry, I'm gonna be watching. Cause I know the ones that been talking about this stuff. And I know the ones that made it plain that they don't care. So the ones that I know made it plain they don't care. When this shift really gets stronger, they try to shift. I'm on them. I don't care who it is. I don't care if I like you. But it's a content shift going on. And the way I know is because I've been paying attention. See? But I want to get into some solutions. Y'all know this the Solutions channel. And y'all know, and I still got this cold. It's getting better, but probably a couple more days. This is a bad. So, gonna be some coughs, sneezes. I ain't gonna stop. But here's the thing. On this video, I want to get into some more solutions. Like, what can we black people do to improve our situation? Let's start from point A. What's the main problem we have? Not all of us, but most of us. Finances. It's finances. We done lost family members, mainly in part because we don't have the financial resources to move in better areas. So our people get involved with these low life, these low crime, these people that's in survival mode, and sometimes we lose them to these people. And they losing their people too, because a lot of people end up getting caught when they kill somebody and they go to prison. Case in point, I have relatives like this as well. I done lost multiple relatives to gun violence, and on the other side, initiating gun violence. So what can we do? Let's start from point A. We're going to keep bringing home these points. So if you hear me repeat something I said, it's because it's important. The first point, we got to get our money. We got to grow our money. We got to grow our money. You got to start from scratch. I don't care how low your job pays. What you save is what you save. Don't take no vacations with it. Don't do nothing other than when it gets to be a lot. If you do something to bring in more, I understand. But don't do nothing recreational with your savings. Because what happens is, this the mindset that's being programmed into us that we got to break. They putting the mindset on us that they don't even use. Let me give you an example. I told my son, I was on the phone with my son, and I was at Aldi's, grocery store Aldi's. Any of you are familiar with Aldi's, you know Aldi's, you got to pay $0.25 to get a cart. Old man comes up. I say, he going in Aldi's. I say, you need a cart? He said, I don't have $0.25. You see his car, you know he had $0.25. So I was parked far away, so I just said, forget it. I said, here, you can have it, keep it. He was acting happy over the $0.25. Had a new car. See, that's how they do. But then they want us, like, I remember, I can recall back when I was doing the stuff I'm talking about even more, when I had 2 car notes, or I had one. I had a brand new conversion van at home. I think it was 2001. I had a 2000 Chevy GMC conversion van with the TV in it, the carpet, everything. I tell her, well, I'm going to get you a car that you want. I knew she liked the Pontiac Aztek. We go look at the Aztek. And he breaks the numbers down, and I'm looking at the numbers like, man, this seemed kind of high. I said, I mean, I can afford it, but still. I said, this seemed kind of high. You know what that car salesman told me? Treat yourself. He wouldn't have did it. That kind of stuff, y'all. That kind of stuff. Don't buy anything recreational with your savings. Don't put no down payment on no car. If you want to save for a car, have a separate savings for that car. Don't put your life savings. See, that's what we got to call them. Life savings. The savings that once you retire, you're going to deal with that money. Or when you're ready to start a business, you're going to deal with some of that money. Notice I said some. Don't spend it all on no business. You got to keep some of your life safe. So he told me, treat yourself. Years later, I think about that. I listened to him. I end up losing both of those cars. You know, because that's what happens. When you overextend yourself, you end up losing. Things change in life. When you trying to balance your budget as a black person, especially, you know, we get the highest interest rates. You got to understand that things change in life. So when you save money, and you got to save money, get you a notepad where you just scribble all your money issues and put on there how much you gonna save out of every check. The more your checks become, raise that rate. Don't have that rate too low and don't have it too high. Have it where it's not a problem either way, but it's not too small. You save your money, no recreation with it. No girls' night out, no girls' trip. No buying stuff trying to look big. No recreation. That's important to our finances. You know how I know? Because this is what we do. It's how I mess myself up. It's how y'all messing yourself up. A lot of us make good money from our jobs. And the white people that have the same money, make the same money as us, are doing better than us because they are taught from a young age sometimes what I'm telling you. No recreation with your savings. Have a separate recreation account where you say, okay, I'm going to put some money up so I can take a trip, or I'm going to put some money up so I can get a car. Have it separate. You want to do all this stuff, you're going to have to make sacrifices and keep a lot more of that money. So, kind of let people go past. That's the first thing. We as a people have to save more money. Don't let them dupe you into this investing stuff. You invest, but focus more on saving. They pulling the strings with that investment stuff, with that Bitcoin, all that stuff. You have some of it just in case. But don't try to make yourself rich with investments, because you really making other people rich. You know, and I know they don't like me saying it, but it's a fact. And what you gonna do if, again, I tell you all the time, watch V. Remember V from the 80s? I ain't gonna go into details. Make sure you watch. Make sure you watch. Wait, hold on. I was gonna stop over here, but these police, you talking about racists? They almost, not every time, but they come up to us blacks a lot over here, where I'm at. So that's number one. I believe that's the most important thing. And next would be, man, get you some life insurance and put that life insurance as a more important than your car note. Because if something happens to you dealing with these crazy people out here on these roads or anything, you want to make sure your kids is going to be okay financially. You'll be amazed at some of the things that happen. See, we judge. Well, I try not to all the time. But a lot of us be judging homeless people, panhandlers, but we don't be always knowing their story. A lot of their stories is some of the stuff I'm talking about. They people didn't get it right financially. They didn't get it right financially, so then they end up not getting it right financially. But if your grandparents and your parents got it right financially and they teach you, chances are you gonna do what you need to do. See, I made some of the same mistakes that my mother and father was making. I teach my sons against those mistakes. And as long as they not the type, man, everywhere I turn, somebody like right there. As long as they don't make the same mistakes, they'll be okay. See, a lot of time in a marriage, people try to blame each other when it's both of y'all making those decisions. So some stuff and a lot of stuff be both when it comes to finances. Your financial problems can destroy a marriage. I don't think that would be a key contributor. I don't think it's ever a key contributor in marriages getting destroyed. But I think it is a contributor. So, wait, hold on. Turn the car off. That's why I said savings is number one. Number two is life insurance. Number three is We as black people, we got to be more frugal, man. We got to be more frugal with our clothes. We got to be more frugal with our jewelry. Because guess what's going to happen? You buy all this stuff. I've seen it happen many times with street dude, other people. You buy all this stuff, right? And when you fall off, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to sell all your stuff off and you're going to get lowballed out of it all. Why not, like I said, have funds set aside for this type of stuff? And then that way, because the next thing, we got to manage better. That managing was one of my, I would say it was the number 2 issue that I had in my finances off and on through the years, is management. I was buying too much. I would go in the store, I'll spend this money, I'll spend this on the lottery, spend this, buy this. And over time, you start needing stuff. And the money ain't there for it because you done spent it. So saving, life insurance, managing. We got to be more frugal. Stop trying to keep up with your cousin now. Because guess what's going to happen? The frugal person is going to be the one that they're going to try to go to when they fall off. And I know because that person, wait, hold on. That person is my mother and father-in-law. They manage their money, they cheap. People be going to them when they fall off. You know? And they even helped me some through the years. But they had it because of what? Because they managed. Now, management ain't the number one thing. Building income is number one. If they would have built the income the way they managed it, man, they'd be millionaire, multi-millionaire. I learned some things from them too that stuck with me. It's just a matter of putting it to practice. Now, what I'm saying is we got to be more frugal. That means you go to stores like Foreman Mills. I don't know if y'all got a Foreman Mills. Foreman Mills, you can get that same stuff at a discounted rate. I went in Foreman Mills one time and I think I spent like $12. I got a polo. I got a pair of shorts. I got like 4 clothing items for $12. And when I was wearing them, people didn't know. Clean, nice looking clothes. People looking like they ain't know I only paid $12 for this. I got the polo, shorts to match, and I got 2 more things. I forgot what it was. It was $12, like $12.53. Y'all be like, man, I gotta have all designer, all name brand. No, you don't. It's all right to have. We all should have some, but not all. And first of all, you already know how them people feel about us, just at the head of them brands anyway. So why would you act like you have to have? And it's never too late. My father, when he got sick, or he didn't even get sick, he just having trouble breathing. We ain't gonna get into what happened to him, because we can't even talk about that on YouTube. But he had finally got his act together. That's one of the things that get on my nerve the most about what happened to him. He finally learned how to balance his checkbook, how to have money set aside. Because when he had thousands in his bank account and all his bills was paid. Thousands. Hey, let me turn this car off. I hope y'all don't hear my stomach growl. Turn this on so y'all can't hear it. Go get me something to eat. The big boy gotta get something to eat. Not the fat boy, the big boy. Now, or shall I say big man? You know, I ain't finna have y'all calling me no boy. Now, management, that's another thing. If you save and manage your money, you gonna start to see yourself progress financially. But that's what we got to do better as blacks. Next thing, do not adjust, and this ain't to everybody, this right here what I'm finna say. Do not adjust your finances around age. Don't go hard, not go hard, so you can keep getting food stamp and free benefit. It's better for you to pay for your benefits and make a lot than not to make a lot and get those free benefits. I mean, think about it. If you got to pay $1,000 for some benefit a month, but you making $12,000, that ain't nothing. Especially if you managing your money, your finances ain't out of control. Next thing, you women, let's talk to y'all first. You making that good money from your job, you get with a dude that ain't making as much money as you, you still should be submissive. Y'all know what I teach. Still should be fulfilling your role, but don't run out there and have no kids right away. Now, of course, you black, it's people that are gonna do little weak stuff where our mortality rates, like our babies, you know, you gotta stay on them doctors too. That's off subject. What are you doing right here? What are you gonna, don't be nice to them. You gotta pay them anyway. Don't let them just try to whack off your kid because they secretly racist trying to keep your numbers down. Stay on their heels. But what I'm telling you is, don't run out there and let dude just trying to bust and you have all these kids. Get that money stacked. Y'all know I say at least 15,000 cash or more. So if you gotta tell him, well, I ain't trying to disrespect you or nothing, but I'm gonna get on birth control for a couple years and take it, and don't forget to take it. And still tell him not to bust in you. Why he got a bust in you? Why he got a bust in you? See, these pookies, if your man is secretly a pookie or outright a pookie, they always be throwing these, like I remember my little sister was getting her act together. Bam, 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 bam. She was on it. That dude, man, he got her pregnant. And it's like it's been a roller coaster ever since. And it's crazy because I was telling her, like, he gonna try to get you pregnant. He was in jail. I said, he gonna try to get you pregnant, man. And I ain't gonna get all off in her business, but this is a perfect example. She got her a brand new car, practically paid cash. Nice place, everything. This dude, little. I'm still mad at that, man. Still mad at it. Because I know the rest of this story. I ain't gonna put the rest of the story on here. She was doing good, man. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta stop that. If you a single mother, the way you gonna rise is by, you know, okay, you got 2 kids, okay. Some dudes will deal with single mother. Hey, some of y'all be looking good. People will deal with you. It's baggage because them ain't his kids. But I'm going to show you how to handle that. We're going to do a whole separate video. But still go and get your act together. If you got to go back to school, if you got to do something you might not want to do, like get in correction, police, drive a truck, still get your act together, right? But if he's not making, and I'm not telling y'all to just get with dudes based on money, because y'all know what I think about that. But if he's not making more than you, or what you make, birth control. Especially if you're in your 20s. You doing good like that, birth control. Birth control. Get that money stacked. Where you can afford, okay, so if you make $50,000 a year, so how much you make? And you want kids, do not, like I say, the minimum I would say is $15,000. But try to get to that 50 in cash before you have any kids or before you have any more kids. Because I'm telling you, kids they cost, they do. But the reason why it hit people so hard, because they don't be ready for it. So, get on them contraceptives. These dudes ain't got that pull-out game. They ain't got it like that. So, y'all see what the stuff I'm mentioning, right? We talking about getting our finances in order. So, saving, life insurance, management, be frugal. Get those things you want, but plan it out. Plan it out. So, you frugal. You shopping at the discount mart. You saving up for that high price stuff that you want, but you ain't always trying to buy the high price stuff. You know why? Because for us to make savings have to be more important. It do. We don't save. That's why we always having to borrow. The fact, y'all ever notice where they put all these loan places at? Do they put them in the suburbs? No. You know why? Because they gonna have their money stacked. They ain't gonna need it. They put them in our areas. Because we are always in a pinch. So, these are the ways that we, from a financial perspective. Now, let's talk about the social. You got to get rid of that keep up with the Joneses attitude. If your car, like this car I'm driving right now, I pay cash for it. So, what I'm going to do is, I don't care what these other people drive. Yeah, I'm not paying no more car notes. I hate car notes. I don't do well with them stuff. And I always end up with the ones where the engine go out and stuff like that. So I'm done. I'm permanently done with car note. So my plan is this need to be some of y'all plan. This car I'm in is going to be just as new, just as good as these other cars. I'm going to keep putting money in it. Because then overall, that's going to be cheaper than that interest in that note you're going to pay. Think about it. You going to pay all of that money for those cars, where if you save up the money, you can go in there making demand. Like they'll sell that car to you for $38,000. If I got $30,000, I'm going in there getting that same car for $8,000 less. And guess what's gonna happen? What we need to start doing, we need to start doing our financial research too. That's next. You do your financial research. Go in there knowing what that car is worth and try to pay less than what it's worth. So if you sell it, you're making a profit. So let's say the Kelley Blue Book on the car is $27,000, right? They got it listed at $33,000. I'm going in there like, if I got the 27, I'm going in there say, hey man, I got the money right here. Either with a cashier check for 25, or I'm going in there with the 25. Like I got 25 right here. You don't want it? I'm already been went and looked. I'm gonna say this lot over here got this car for 25. This lot over here got this car for 25. So y'all be trying to be friends. I ain't trying to see that. I'm like Kane. Remember Kane on Mr. Society? He looking at that car, dude got to talking. He said, shut up. That's how you gotta be. So I'm gonna know the other cars from their rivals that said 25. And I'm gonna tell them, hey man, I've been looking around. You don't want this 25? I can go over here, get this car for 25, this car for 25. I bet you they take that 25. If they don't, it's they lost. I'm gonna be like, look man, I'm gonna flip everything they do to people on them. Look man, people ain't buying cars like that, man. I got 25 right here. That's all I'm paying. I'm gonna flip all of they moves they do on other people on them. You know why? Because I can wait. I can keep driving my van, putting every part it need on it, keeping money for rentals, so I won't have to ask these funny acting people, put them in my business. Y'all know we just talked about that. I'm gonna keep some rental cash. So if my car that don't look as good breaks down, I'm gonna go get a rental until they fix it. I ain't gonna run up, man, I'm tired of this. You know how they be. I'm tired of this. I'm about to go get me a new car. Yeah, your note is gonna be $746 per month for 7 years. No thanks. What if I save $746 a month? Wait, what is that? What is that right there? Wait, hold on. I ain't know that was right there. Do you know how much money you'll have if you save $746 a month? See, people be going in debt to impress people that's too jealous to be impressed or don't like you, when you can get them by letting them keep up with the Joneses and you stack that money. That's what we got to start doing, man. We got to boom, 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 get that house. Stop trying to live in the hood. Only live in the hood if you have to. Build your money up. Go where it's cleaner. Go where it's safer. You ain't no Uncle Tom. You ain't no sellout. If they want you to stay over there, start behaving. I'm not finna stay in no war zone. And that don't make you Uncle Rucky. If I get to whacking dudes off, they gonna put me in jail. Now my life gone. When all I had to do was just get away from them crazy dudes. I ain't living in the hood. I live in my car and drive my car to a safe suburb and sleep in it before I live in one of these war zones with these dudes that don't know how to act like a bunch of hyenas or some wild dog. Living around them. I got a plan for them. And it don't include living around them. And trust me, I got a plan. That's why y'all need to stick with me. Y'all need to support what I'm doing financially, with the likes, whatever. Because I got a plan. I ain't like these other dudes just gonna talk. I got a plan. And I'm gonna need a lot of people to help me, fulfill this plan. It could get risky, could get dangerous, but I got a plan. Now, so that's the next thing. We got to stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's a social issue. There's a lot of these people. Now, now let me share this with you. On the contrary, I believe in showing my progress and success to people who talk down on me, stab me in the back, talking about me. You don't get them by arguing and fighting. You get them with success. They got 7 years on their car note. You went and got an even better car than them with cash. Y'all start getting older, they still paying car note. You got a bunch of cars in your driveway that you paid cash for. Now, I know that I've said in the past that sometimes a car note is necessary. And depending on the situation, I still agree. But in my situation, I don't do well with them. So I'm not going to advocate for me to go get a car note. I ain't getting no car note because some of y'all is better paying car notes than me. Because I always end up with the one where they gonna make me mad and I'm gonna refuse to pay for the repairs this more than a note. So me personally, I'm done with it. Now you stack your money up, build your money up. A $200, $300 car note ain't gonna hurt some of y'all, especially if you if your credit score is higher. Because credit is important, man. You can go and get you a nice car and not pay an arm and a leg for it. Like, especially y'all little women, you 5'1". Man, you can go get like a Nissan Versa and pay cash for it, or you only paying $100 something, $200 something a month. What's that? You making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. That's when it's all right to pay a car note. But and you can get a new one, or you can go lease a car, drive it, put the miles on it, give it back to them, you keep a new car. $200 a month, oh, that ain't nothing. You making $5,000. As long as you manage the rest of your finances, which, like I said, we got to do as black people. So, socially, got to stop keeping up with the Joneses. Next, stop dealing with people that just want to fight and want to argue. You know what the Bible says about being friends with an angry man. Like, the Bible is against that. Because it's going to bring low frequency behavior and problems in your life. That's why I said I don't go to get together no more. Because their political view, all their views are different. That's when that stuff starts. You gotta hang with people with similar views to yours. That's social too. If you vote for Trump, why would you hang with a bunch of Biden supporters? You already know y'all gonna get into it as soon as next year comes. If you friends with Biden supporters, that's what you do. And you with Trump. Fall back when election time comes. Or if you talk to him on the phone, no political talk. Tell him just like that. No political talk. But you got to stop hanging with people that just want to get into it. I'm not hanging with nobody that's getting into it. Because the way, it's not like the 90s, man. I used to be fighting, shooting, all type of stuff. And the police didn't come. The police would be like, what happened? Oh, it was a fight over there. Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to send a squad out for that. Now they're going to come doing this. Trying to take people to jail. Taking everybody to jail. Just like doing this stuff. I hate when they do that. Now, if I'm cool with him and he doing that, I still don't like it. I just won't look at him. But when they come up on some petty stuff doing that, that stuff is annoying. I be looking at them like. So, wait, hold on. Socially, stop hanging with people who trying to get into it. I don't care if you grew up with them. If your boy got beef with everybody, always come up with an excuse. Do not get caught in his crossfire. I ain't got time. I don't even want my own beef. But if I get beef for me, I'ma handle it. I'm not finna be in the middle of other people's stuff, man. Now, even to this day, if my guys, like, let's say we on the block having a couple bros or something, or something happened, somebody get married, something, and some dudes come and try to jump on one of my guys I grew up with and stuff, of course I'm not gonna let them stump them out. I'm gonna help them in situations like that, but I'm not gonna let him put me in those situations. See, we gotta, this is a business country. We gotta start thinking like this. This ain't for criminal. This is a corporation. The United States is for business-minded people. Why y'all think people come over here and do so well? Y'all want to fight. Well, that whole, I wait till I see her. It's up. It's that. What's that? Oh, it's that for you to go to prison? Oh, okay. This ain't for slave-minded, low-income, cornbread, Kurt type of people. This a business country. And y'all know they doing it. This is, listen, man. This is programming. This is social programming. They putting this stuff out there to keep you dependent on them. If you stop thinking like that, then you can compete with them. And you'll force them to do something else. Y'all want to fight and shoot. Man, what's wrong with you, dude? This end this, man. We're gonna continue this. We finna end it right now, though. So for the sake of my channel, I'm gonna start saying some stuff, and they're gonna try to block the video. They paying these dudes, man. Look at it like this. What we need to do as black people, we need to look at how much people is getting paid to do what they do, say what they say. Anytime you see these higher ups giving somebody millions of dollars, you know it's some programming or something tied to it. Think about it. Why would these rappers make so much before they even sell a record? I'm from G Block. When we get it going, we get it popping over here. It's that. You come through my hood, it's that. The new form of lynching.